What is your legacy? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to live out your legacy and how to use your personal mission statement and your written goals to craft a legacy that you can leave behind for others you love and for future generations. If you haven't given any thought to what your legacy is going to be that you're going to leave others, then you need to watch this video coming up right now. Hello everyone, my name is Danielle. Welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. Today I'm wrapping up my 4-part series on goals where we're going to talk about the importance of living out your legacy and leaving a legacy for those you love and for future generations using your personal mission statement and your written goals and why that's so important. If you're new here and you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to take a moment and hit that red subscribe button down below. Please ring the bell so you never miss a video, and remember to like this video and leave me a comment. I love it when you guys comment. I love to interact with you down in the comments. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I'd love to see you over there as well. Before I talk about the importance of leaving a legacy and how you do that, I will recommend that you go and watch the other videos that I've done in my goal setting series if you have not yet seen those, because it will help you understand when I talk about using your personal mission statement and your written goals to help you create a legacy that you can leave. You'll understand what I'm talking about and you'll have already done that. So go and watch those videos first if you have not already. I will link them in the description box below, or you can look at my playlist entitled Goals and you'll find all of them there. Assuming that you've watched those videos and you're ready to watch this video, let's talk about what it means to leave a legacy and why that's important. When you commit to leave a legacy behind, you are making a contribution to your family, you're making a contribution to society, you're making a contribution to the world. You are stating that you realize that your life mattered. You're willing to share your successes, you're willing to share your life stories, you're willing to share the things in your life that you learned, and you're willing to also even share your failures so people can learn from the things that you've experienced, the things you've overcome, the things you've done, so people can remember who you were and your legacy can continue to live on for years and decades to come, for people that didn't even know you but that can respect you and learn from you long after you're gone. While I do think it's important to leave something behind of a written or a verbal nature, or something that people can see or read or listen to in years and decades to come to remember you by, I think that it's also equally important to live your legacy now while you're alive so people can understand and know who you are and what you're about and what you stand for, which is why it's so important to write your personal mission statement and write down the goals that you hope to accomplish and achieve so that they can really tie into the kind of legacy that you're going to live out as people know you and watch you live your life before you die. I have 2 examples of living legacies that I want to share with you. And the first example of a living legacy is that of my parents. Now, my parents, this coming October in 2020, will have been married 54 years. And you don't even have to know my parents to know why I consider that a living legacy, because that's pretty much unheard of, especially nowadays. And I can tell you that my parents have persevered and not only survived but thrived in some very difficult times in their marriage, and they have taught me the meaning of perseverance and true commitment and love in a marriage and in life in general. And I am so proud to know them and call them my parents, and I'm just really proud of the living legacy that they share every day, every week, every year as they live out their love for each other in their marriage. It is really something that is a joy to watch and amazing to see, and I'm really happy that they are one of my most amazing living legacies that I get to be around and watch all the time. The second living legacy that I want to talk to you about is a client that I have who has since passed away. His name is Mike, and he passed away in 2013, but before he passed away, he absolutely exemplified the example of a living legacy. Let me know in the comments below if you knew Mike personally and you found him to be a living legacy and a total inspiration. Let me know, because I think everybody that knew Mike personally found him to be just that. And I want to give you some information and some background on how I met him and how his life became a living legacy and how he still is a legacy long after he's been gone. So I met Mike because he came into the gym years ago looking to potentially join the gym and do some training, but very reluctantly. He had been a person that had never aspired to join a gym, never really aspired to work out, but his doctor had told him that he wanted him to lose some weight, which is why he came in. And I was a brand new trainer at the time. And so I offered to give him a free training session, which I did. It was pretty much horrible. I was a new trainer. I was very nervous. I wasn't very confident, and I didn't feel like our session went very well, so I didn't even ask him if he wanted to continue training. He left, and I didn't talk to him for about another month, and then about a month later, he came back into the gym and sat down in my office and said, "I'm ready." And I said, "What are you ready for?" And he said, "I'm ready to start training." And I was really surprised, but we started, and initially he started slow. He started training just 30 minutes a week, but as time wore on, over the course of 3.5 years, he started training with me more and more, started taking classes until he was training 3 times a week, taking multiple classes a week. His life really exemplified a living legacy, because as he began his transformation and as he began to lose the weight he wanted to lose, he started to inspire people around him. Now, he was a quiet, kind of shy man, very humble, never looking to be somebody that would be a major motivator or inspiration, even though that's what he became. But I think it was his nature, just the fact that he was so quiet and humble, and he never bragged about himself, never really talked about himself, but people could see his transformation, and they could also see the change in his attitude. He ended up losing about 70 pounds. He went off 9 medications, and through the course of me training him, he also won the Lifestyle Achievement Award from the VA hospital, which was a huge accomplishment for him and something that he was really proud of. And people really noticed that, and he became a person that people just wanted to be around, because he always had an uplifting, kind word to say to everybody, and he never forgot how he felt when he first started training and when he first started working out, and he would always encourage anybody that was new to the gym or anybody that was a new client of mine, and he just became beloved by the fitness community in the area. And he went on to inspire and motivate so many people. And when I wanted to accomplish my dream of owning a personal training company, he inspired and motivated me and helped me do just that. So he really became somebody in my life at the time that was a living legacy to me, and so many others. He passed away in 2013, but I still talk about him today as being one of my most influential, motivational, and inspirational clients that I've ever had the opportunity and the pleasure to train. So you may not even realize that you are leaving a living legacy currently, but you probably are. You will impact people around you by your attitude, by your behavior, either good or bad, whether you know it or you don't. So we should really strive to leave a positive living legacy. Now, I realize that leaving a legacy is a deep topic that requires a lot of thought. And for some of us, if we're just trying to get through the daily grind of going to work, taking care of our kids, taking care of things at home, or navigating personal situations we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, leaving a legacy may not be top of mind, but it really should be, because your life is valuable, it matters, and as you know, if you've watched my channel for any length of time, that I really strive to push you and motivate you to be more, to really aspire to more, to be extraordinary and not settle for an ordinary life, because you're not ordinary. You are an extraordinary person that has some extraordinary things to share with others, and I believe that it's our responsibility to do that. So how do we go about practically leaving a legacy using our personal mission statement that we've already written and the goals that we write for ourselves? So one of the ways that we do this is we think about what are some of the things that people always ask us about? What are things about our life that people are always curious about? Whether it is that you are a single mom, whether it is that you come from a really big family, whether it is that you were adopted, or whether it is that you play a sport or you have a special skill, or maybe you're an avid gardener, or maybe you really like to cook. What do people really enjoy talking to you about? What do they seem to ask you about? The thing that people ask me a lot about is, what is it like having a disability, having cerebral palsy, but being a personal trainer? So pay attention to the things that people want to talk to you about, what they ask you about, and then you need to think about what don't people talk to you about, what don't people ask you about, but what are some things that you know that they should ask you about? What are some things that you want people to know about you? What are some things that are important to you that you would like to share? And then you need to think about what you've accomplished in your life that's been important to you and what you've overcome or what you've failed at, because those things are also really important in leaving your legacy. So I think it's important to be transparent and really be vulnerable to a point and talk about some of those things now. And if you haven't seen my video on communication where I talk about the importance of being transparent and vulnerable and being authentic, I will link that above, and I would recommend that you go and watch that. But it's important to talk about your failures, talk about what you've overcome as you're ready, really understanding that leaving a living legacy and leaving a legacy that will last after you're gone doesn't mean that you have to share things that you don't want to share or that you're not comfortable sharing, and also recognizing that there is a time and place for everything. But realize that some of your greatest legacies that you will leave, some of your greatest inspiration that you will leave others, will come out of the things that you've overcome and the things that you've failed at. Really recognize that people can learn and people can grow from the areas that you struggled with, and recognize that those areas have value. Your life matters and has value and is important not only to you but to others around you and to people that you may never meet. You don't know how your life will impact somebody else, but it will impact somebody else either for the positive or negative. And I really want to encourage you in thinking about leaving a legacy to think about how your life can impact somebody else positively. I realize that this is a really deep topic, and if this is something that feels overwhelming to you, or you think to yourself, I don't have anything special in my life to leave, I don't really think I'm the type of person that has a legacy to leave, think about your personal mission statement. What are you all about? What do you aspire to? Think about your values and think about some goals that you have written for your life, and think about how that can translate into the legacy that you want to leave others. So the legacy that I want to leave after I'm gone and while I'm living is that I want people to remember and think of me as a person that has persevered and overcome obstacles, and as someone that does not give up. That's really important to me. And I also want people to think of me as a person that knows how to make fitness fun, that knows how to make accomplishing your personal fitness goals and your health goals fun and achievable for anybody, because I think that is so important, and that's something that I really aspire to be known for. I realize that there are a lot of personal trainers that have been training a lot longer than I have, that are much more educated than I am, but I also realize that you would be hard-pressed to find a trainer that is more passionate about what I do than I am, and that has so much fun doing what I do when I'm with my clients. When I'm with my clients, I really strive to help them obviously get a great workout in, but we laugh, we smile, we have a great time while we're doing it, and I do whatever I need to do to make that happen, whether it's being goofy or funny or really complimenting them or wearing goofy outfits. I do whatever I have to do to make the process of accomplishing their fitness goals fun and enjoyable, because I think that is so important. So those are the legacies that are really important to me. It's really important to me that I leave the legacy that I'm a Christian, that I love the Lord, that my spiritual life is important to me, that I love people, that I believe in being kind, that I believe that all people matter and have value, and that anybody that sets their mind to accomplishing their goals can do it. And I aspire to help people become the best they can be, physically, emotionally, and mentally, and that's really important to me. And I aspire to really show my children every day that I love them, that they matter, that they're important to me no matter what their grades are, that they're important to me as people because I'm their mom, and I love them deeply and I love them dearly and I love them with a passion every single day, because they matter to me. So those are my legacies that I want to leave, and those are the things that are really important to me. And I'm not afraid to share my failures and to share the things that I've overcome if I know it will help other people. And you'll find that out the more you watch my channel, because the more time goes on and the more videos I post, the more transparent I will be about my failures and what I've overcome, because I know that it can help someone out there who maybe doesn't think that they can overcome a circumstance that I've personally overcome, or who maybe feels like that they've been failing in a certain area. And if I can share my own stories and my own life journey, and that will help someone else, I'm more than willing and able to do that, because I really want to help you be the very best that you can be. So now I want to ask you, how will your personal mission statement and your written goals transform into a legacy that you can start to live out now, and a legacy that you can leave others long after you're gone? I really encourage you to really think about that. I really encourage you to write your legacy down. I really encourage you to have something that you can leave others after you're gone, but have a legacy that you can start to live now. Because as I said before, I always want to encourage and inspire you to live an extraordinary life right now, and to live beyond the ordinary, because you absolutely can. Thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and remember to make your everyday ordinary life extraordinary.